Hello, hello. Try this one.
Testing,
This one,
testing. This one works.
Alice, is it this working? This working now? Is this working? This one working? This one's working. Okay, I'll use this one. Okay, let's call the meeting to order. It is a minute late. I apologize for that, having technical difficulties. We'll start with the roll call. Amy, please.
Frank Baptist. Here. Steve Brown. Allison Birch. Bill Eldridge.
Here.
Elgin Hamner. Luke Moody. Here. Greg Shin.
Okay, we have a quorum, so we'll move on. We'll move on to the statement of FOIA compliance. Once again, we'll have to answer appropriately by roll call. I affirm that I have not engaged in any prohibited discussion, deliberation, polling regarding any item on this meeting's agenda outside of the properly noticed and open meeting in compliance with the Arkansas Freedom of Information Act as amended by Act 505 of 2025. So, Amy, if you would like to...
Yes, and you'll respond with a yes or no, whether you're in compliance. Frank Baptist.
Yes.
Steve Brown. Allison Birch. Yes. Bill Eldridge.
Yes.
Luke Moody.
Yes.
Greg Shin.
Okay, thank you. So now we'll move forward to the minutes from the August meeting.
Make a motion to accept the minutes as read.
Okay, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, let's move on now to the financial reports from Jordan and Mandy.
Monthly P&L for the A&P Commission. You see the revenue for the month, $19,476.67. Expenses paid of $21,456.19 for a net loss of $1,979.52. That's just $3,900 off of budget. Again, that is due to the additional labor sharing for our new employee, largely is what the change is there. If you look to the next page, you'll see the 8 months ending August 31st for the A&P Commission. Total revenue of $150,885.37. Expenses of $108,690.01. Net income of $42,195.36. So $6,300 to the good for the month, for the 8 months ending August. You turn to the next page, you'll see the Event Center's P&L for the month of August. See total revenue of $57,687.80, and then expenses of $47,189.98 for a net income of $10,497.82. So that is off of budget by $17,000 and change, but Nikki let me know there are 4 checks from state entities whose checks were on the way just due to their payment guidelines. They had not yet made it by the end of August. So those have been earned but not yet collected, so we'll see that come back in future months. Then we see we made the transfer to that savings account of $10,000 there below the net income line. Even with those $21,000 roughly of checks outstanding, you'll turn the page and see the 8 months ending August 31st for the Event Center, where you see revenue is ahead by $6,000 and change. You see total revenue of $509,375. Operating expenses of $328,481 for an operating income of $180,894. Then you see the various capital expenditures totaling $63,821 for net income of $117,000 and change, roughly $35,000 ahead of budget. And you see below that where we made 7 monthly installments over to the savings account, and then from the savings account, the capital expenditures have been covered. $63,821.37. And last, you'll see the focus groups P&L for the month of August. See revenue collected of $21,256.71, and then the lights purchased for the soccer complex of $47,752.55 for a net loss of roughly $27,000. And again, because of that timing of that installment on the soccer complex equipment. We're well under budget. But if you look at the 8 months ending August for the focus group on the next page, you'll see all is right. Revenue of 164,326. Small office expense item, which I think we're check order, $11.10. Then you see the special project cost so far of 97,753 for a net income of 66,563, which is $7,400 ahead of budget.
Any questions for Jordan? Okay, we'll move on to Mandy, please.
Okay, if you'll go to your bank balances account, you'll notice that the A&P Collections General Account, that's our sweep account. It ended the month a little bit high, had to do with the timing of when the month end was, $15,277.09. The next one is your A&P Large Project Checking. 50% of our monthly collections go into this account. We ended August with $2,284,887.25. 20% of monthly collections go into A&P Small Project Checking. It ended the month with $1,564,810.52. And then 10% go into the next three accounts, starting with the A&P General Operating Checking. It ended August with $170,514.93. Benton Focus Group Checking ended the month $771,830.17. And the Event Center Operating Checking, it ended August with $569,878.25. There's also a savings account for the Benton Event Center for any unforeseen expenses. They ended August with $421,021.03. If you'll go to the next page, you'll see our collection spreadsheet. For the month of August, we were collecting July receipts that are collected in August. They're not late until the first week of September. We ended the month with $192,025.31. That is an 8.1% increase over last year. So that's really, really good. We can just only hope that it keeps in that same direction. Right now, we have around 22 delinquencies. The majority of those are food trucks. They're all 1 month behind. There is a couple of businesses that are 2 months behind, but we're trying as good as we can to collect on those couple of restaurants. Thank you.
Thank you, Mandy. Any questions for Mandy? Okay, we need a motion to accept the financial reports. Okay, got a motion and second. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Thank you, Mandy. Let's move on to, there's no funding request. Let's move on to a report from the Event Center from Nikki.
Okay, you'll see in your packet, we ended at the August meeting with $1,022,794. We had 8 events, bringing in almost 2,100. Of course, we had our biggest one was that Arkansas Peer Recovery Conference. They were with us for 3 days, and then we went from the DU banquet straight into Arkansas State Police Foundation, had their bingo, and then Sweet Arts, which is Docs Academy, had their fundraiser, and then yesterday we hosted again the Arkansas Land Commissioners Auction. So again, our total is $1,024,889. So I will, to give you an update on the lighting, we're about 90% finished. We're waiting on one more component to hook in all of the spotlights, and then we will be completely done with that. Okay. So just working on training and making some tweaks on the programming. So, yes, right. We're doing LED as they go out, but I would probably say that is the same thing, about 90, 95 done. So they were there earlier today, changing out some that were out.
Okay. Any questions for Nikki? Thank you, Nikki. Welcome. Okay, let's move on to our marketing report from Rachel Rivers. She's had a lot going on the last few weeks.
Can y'all hear me? Woo, there we go. Okay, so you do see in the very back of your packet, I'm going to start including a marketing report now that we do have actual analytics that I can report on to you guys. So our social media channels, y'all know those were launched on August 6th. And then you can see in the bottom kind of what our views and reach are on that. So combined Facebook and Instagram, we had almost 30,000 people that we reached, which I think is great for the first month. I would like to see our Facebook get to over 1,000 followers by the end of September. That's my goal. I was also at the Salt Bowl, which was really great. We had a vendor booth there representing A&P. So we had our 2 new retractable pop-up banners out. I was giving out brochures, different cups that have our new logo on it. So it was great. We got about 62 newsletter signups while I was there. And I plan on being at Third Thursday and Old Fashioned Day, just trying to be at as many events as I can be now that we have all the stuff to be set up. And then we do have an official date. So our website is going to be launched September 29th. So I have a date to give you guys, and I have a press release ready. So I'll be kind of coordinating with the media. The 29th or the 30th, so the 29th is a Monday. Sometimes with the press, it's better to do things on Tuesday just because they get a lot of stuff on Monday. So it might be Monday or Tuesday. But I also wanted to show you guys, we did create a video. If someone does go to the website right now, since I have been getting out there in front of people, I didn't want it to have nothing on it. So we do have a really cool moving video of just some of the footage that the sales agency has been getting, so that if someone does come and visit the website, they're not seeing anything, nothing. So it has a rolling video, and then if you scroll down, I'll show you guys this. Let's see, the cord only reaches so far. So if you scroll down, you can see there's a countdown, our new logo, and new website coming soon. And then I have a really cool graphics package of this countdown in different ways that I can share on social media and kind of push it as we get closer and closer. So.
Awesome, Rachel. Any questions, thoughts,
questions?
Rachel? Good job.
All right, and y'all make sure to share the Discover button. I've seen you guys interacting with our social media pages, so thank you for doing that.
Good job, Gary. Gary should be shared. Okay, now we're going to move forward to the next item on the agenda is development of the Exit 114 property. We have quite a few things to talk about today. Who wants to go first? Dan, do you want to go first, or? Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Just a reminder, my name's Dan Baranek. I'm with McClellan Engineers. Honored to be here today. We wanted to come and give a report on the campground work that we've reported on in the past. We met last Friday with the contractors that submitted information to us. I talked to them about their approach, about ideas on how to make this project a reality. 3 companies submitted, and so all 3 of those folks came in and we sat down and visited with them. And during those probably 45-minute to hour-long conversations, in our opinion and the committee's opinion, Garrett Excavating far exceeded the other 2 firms. They had a very professional proposal. They've got a really good idea, or some really good ideas on how to approach this project and to move forward. So the committee wanted to come before you today and recommend that we move forward with trying to negotiate a contract with them if the commission agrees with that. And if there's any questions, I'm happy to try to address those.
As far as we want to list who was there Friday, of course.
The 3 contractors that were there were Redstone Construction, which is a company out of Little Rock. Y'all probably seen their trucks. They're a big firm. Obviously Garrett Excavating, and then Jamie Graves and Associates. They're out of Glenwood. All very reputable firms. We've done a lot of work with Garrett and Redstone over the years, so we know them pretty well. Got to know Jamie a little bit more at the meeting, and then I talked to him afterwards too, had a few questions for him. But those were the three that submitted.
That's, that would be a recommendation, as far as our committee was the mayor, Mandy, myself, and Gary. And
Caleb.
Gary led the, and Mandy, yes. So we
And
all.
me and Caleb.
Yes, and Dan and Caleb. So we were all very impressed with the presentation and unanimously recommend Garrett.
Correct. The details of their proposal, well, they had a number of different things. I think what we'll do from here, we're just recommending which contractor, not necessarily to make a contract. This is just to sit down and negotiate with them. We wanted to evaluate them based off their qualifications, their approach, their experience. And so that's what we're bringing to you today. If you agree with our recommendation, then we'll sit down with them and then we'll bring back to you an actual proposal, contract type of document for approval.
Second. Okay, so let's, any further discussion on opening the, Tom, would you like to say something? Oh, on the, in the motion. Okay, that, Amy got that? Okay, so all in. That's right, we're just gonna negotiate, hammer out the details, present to the commission, hopefully maybe next month.
Or sooner.
Or sooner. If we need to call a special meeting, we can do that. So,
They gave us a number of different different ideas on how we can accomplish this within the funds that the commission has. I think they threw around some $4 and $5 million numbers, but they also gave us an overall amount. And so that's what we'll sit down with them and hash out, trying to figure out what we can do for that amount. Just separating RV and soccer. Right. Yeah. Here's full transparency of it, so it's clear. Yeah.
Listen, man, you want to hear me, come to the meeting.
Okay.
They can't read lips? We can't all look like you.
okay.
One day I'll let
Any-
you comb my hair too.
Thank you, Luke, for that additional
Yes.
information. Any other questions? So we're ready to move forward on the motion with the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Now, do you want to go ahead and speak now here? Do you want to talk about your information you have?
This is just for information's sake, but there is a buyer that's interested in the 35 acres, and that money can be utilized for this particular project. We paid, just for everyone's sake, we paid $952,017.52 for the land. We really need to get an appraisal on it because we bought it 4 years ago, so it's worth more than what we paid for it. But I need you as a group to vote, it's $800 for an appraisal. I checked on appraisal price. So I'll need someone to make that a motion and
I'll
vote on it.
second.
Steve has made that motion to engage on an appraisal for the 35 acres, and we have a second. So, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Okay.
Do we have any comps in the area yet? I know there was some recent purchase of land. Will that be a comp in time for us to look at that?
There's an offer and acceptance sign for 90 acres out there.
Yeah, but it hasn't
but-
closed or anything.
But it hadn't gone through yet, so
Okay.
the appraiser is looking at what's there and checking escrow accounts to see what kind of appraisal we can get.
Okay, fantastic.
And we should, since y'all approved it, hopefully by Monday or Tuesday, we'll have a total
That's great.
appraisal.
That'd be wonderful.
So, and just, next year, we're scheduled to buy track 4 at $903,997. I just wanted y'all to know that because, again, in 27, we'll pay for track 5, and then it goes down to 614,000 after that for every year except the last year, which goes down to $3 payment.
So we are almost talking halfway through the purchase of the
Yes.
park property. That's excellent. Excellent information. And we, Mandy, you can correct me, we've already got the January money put back for that payment. So we're already ahead of the game. So,
And we can put it in the paper.
okay.
Commissioner.
Any other questions about the 114 property from the commission? You know, if you've been out there, you've seen Buc-ee's is rolling.
Man, they're,
I
they
mean,
are moving fast.
yeah, they're not,
They are, and they are getting, it's mind blowing.
I look forward to when they get the sign up that says Buc-ee's Benton.
I saw them set
Yeah,
the base column, I seen that, so.
Yeah, it's set, so. Okay, exciting times. Appreciate all the help Dan and Caleb have given us on this project, so appreciate you. So, other than that, we'll move on to old business, which there is none. Any new business? We just got noted. The next meeting date is October 8th, Wednesday, October 8th. And I think any other business from the commission? Yes.
They're waiting on A&P consent public comments for the permit to be issued by the court.
Okay.
So we're getting close and everything because the work out there cannot start until we get the permit.
Okay, excellent. So hopefully that'd be sometime in the next 30 days. Oh,
That'd be wonderful.
okay.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second, we are now adjourned. Thank you. Second.